Hello everyone, welcome to Cobalt Core. If you watch videos of games like this, you've probably seen people other than me play this already. It came out a few days ago. I don't know. It's Slay the Spire in space with some other stuff. I've watched a couple people play it and read some Steam reviews. It looks like it's not as deep as Slay the Spire. It doesn't have the same lasting kind of, variety in a way. And it looks laughably easy on the normal difficulty. But it also looks like, it introduces some ideas that should be fun to explore. I saw someone else, say as much in a Steam review as well. They did everything you could possibly do in the game in 40 hours or something, and it was fun, but, there's nothing left to do anymore. So it's a space-themed... you're battling spaceships rather than climbing a spire and hitting people with a sword. I'm not going to read the text out loud. You can read it if you want. And, some people see that's in space and they're like, oh, it's FTL. But, if you look at the mechanics, nothing of FTL can be seen here that I could find. Okay, so... Okay, whatever. So, like I said, you guys can read this if you want. They try to do some work on, making the characters, whatever. But I don't really care, as you know me. So you have energy, and here's the little tutorial. Play cards, draw, yeah, okay, yep. Cards cost energy, yep. You get 3 per turn. It looks exactly like Slay the Spire, right? Energy, deck, discard, and exhaust. We attack them with basic shots. We're the ship on the bottom. We can see their intent. This one wants to attack for 1 here. Let's block. We get shield. This is the blue, smaller thing. I still have energy, so I'm going to shoot him twice. Great. Time to end the turn. It's a big attack, yep. So here's, I think the biggest mechanic that it adds. I don't know. There's numerous new things, but, I feel like this is the most basic fundamental new thing that it has that's different from Slay the Spire. Evade is a status you use to move around, so you can move, and now our ship is not in their line of fire. And evade sticks around between turns. I'm just gonna scramble here, save up some evade rather than hit them. So now I have 2 evasion I can use whenever necessary to dodge attacks. So this is something you couldn't really do with Slay the Spire. And it seems very strong, but, I could be wrong. And you can build decks that do something else instead of evade. Here I have shields, including 1 temporary shield. So you have, a max shield that persists, but then there's also temporary shield that's just for the turn, more like FTL's block. You have, 7? You're not doing anything, though. And we should have this guy down. I did think a little bit. You gained a bunch of shield. Can I kill you now? No. Let's attack and draw. Attack and attack. And attack and block. I thought some about just conceding run 1 so that I can play my first run on a higher difficulty than normal. But, it'll probably be good for me to get a little more used to the systems. Here you go, you're dead. So the other thing, okay, I think this is the artifact you always get after fight 1 in your first run, after the tutorial. You get a shield and evade turn 1. After every fight, you get to pick a card from 3, just like Slay the Spire. You can skip if you want, just like Slay the Spire. The other big thing that this has that got my attention besides the spatial component is that it seems like you have a kind of a mix and match class system where these are our 3 crew members and they're the only 3 you can have at the beginning of the game, but they influence the cards you get. These blue cards are associated with Dizzy. We can only get them because Dizzy is in the crew. Mostly it's shields. Riggs gets flexible movement and card draw, and Perry gets attacks and instant movement. So there are additional crew members you unlock, and you can then start mixing and matching, saying, you know what, I didn't like Dizzy, let's put in this other guy, and you have, like, you know, 3 classes kind of mushed into one in that way, and so you could design your own run a little bit ahead of time, rather than just the 4 characters of Slay the Spire, for example, which seems interesting. And it comes up because of the second opinions thing. This draws 1 card of each color from the draw pile. This looks like Pot of Greed, right? 0 mana, draw 3. I think Pot of Greed only draws 2, but the point is it's like 0 mana to increase your hand size. This must be insane, right? There is a downside, which is that it has to be from your draw pile, right? It isn't drawing a card. So if your draw pile is empty, this will draw nothing. Unlike normal draw, which shuffles when you get to the bottom. Still, the upside on this is very high. Okay, yeah, there's the Cobalt. They're all, like, trying to remember something. Yeah, but there was... Right, we blew it up. Yeah, and we're having... we're stuck in a time loop 517 times. Okay, great. Let's get there. Okay, and so now we're faced with the map. The boss is on the right, and then Act 2 after that. There are shops here. There's an artifact at this stage, and there are elites. I mean, the elites, what do they call them? They call them elites? Unusually strong. These are the ways that you get artifacts besides these. I believe it's like Slay the Spire, where you get an artifact for each elite. We should be just absolutely smashing this game, so I'm just going to go to a question mark thing. They're fun. I guess this one's strictly more flexible in case I change my mind. Distress signal. No, it's a pirate. Of course it is. No, you can't have war prep, you sicko. I'll fight you for it. Okay, mid-row is another thing that's added in this game. We're learning about now. Obviously, mid-row are between us and can block attacks. They're much weaker than ship. Will be destroyed if they're hit by anything at all. Yeah, okay, and this enemy is trying to give me a status. So it's going to attack for 3 and give me some negative status, and likewise here. So something I learned from that I wasn't sure about, you know, I watched, as I said, some other people play, and I saw someone had an attack that was like, oh, it's attack 1, but they had been made weak by something, so it was going to be attack 0. And, like, does that destroy a thing in the middle? And we found out, yes, it does. They'll be hit, if they're hit by literally anything, they are destroyed. I mean, obviously I don't want to be hit by this. Lunging looks a little bad because it would free this up, right? So I could Shield Surge and take the hit, but I'd rather not. I think I just want to, like, scramble, move to the right twice without attacking. And I guess I'll get in 1 basic shot first. Or I could add even more evasion. Seems like that might be good if they're trying to give me statuses. Let's just start the combat by not fighting. Okay, great. You do whatever you want, man. So second opinions right now is quite bad, because our draw pile has just 1 card, and it's not even, it's a basic card, it doesn't even have any colors. What is this? Ah. Okay, fine. But we can use Draw Shot to draw 2. Notably, by the way, unlike Slay the Spire, the card plays itself straight into your discard pile, so Draw Shot can draw the Draw Shot itself, because it gets shuffled back in before the draw goes off. So now we have the opportunity to second opinions if we really want to. But I don't think we really have to do anything right now. Let's see, they're going to add shields. Okay. I think we can just, like, multi-shot here. And then basic shot and dodge? No, let's just basic dodge. So I still have some left over after getting out of the way of this. I know I could play second opinions. You don't have to remind me. It's a lot of statuses. I wonder what these are. I don't like them. Well, draw shot's an easy start. Any good second opinions? I could draw all 3 of these. I want to play a lunge and evade 1. What else do I want to do? Maybe just basic shot? And so the crew pipe in about how things are going, which is cute. Oh, you big dummy. Let's see. So we have to basic dodge to get into shot range. Then we trigger a draw shot. Actually, maybe that was bad because multi-shot missed the shuffle now. It's fine, though. I don't have any more energy. Okay. So I took second opinions, and it looks bad right now because I'm never playing it. But I'm just, like, saving it for when I actually need something. As long as I can play a good turn without it, I'm perfectly fine for it to be a brick every time I draw it. Oh, wow. Listen to that music. It's got... There's, like, some kind of wind instrument in there. And, like, brass is what I mean. Like a... Not a tuba, but, you know, something like that. I'm not an experienced musician. I mean, I think we'll just scramble and shoot once. Yeah, I was thinking I might make a break for it over here. Thanks for making that look appealing. Yeah, I'm just gonna be over here, chilling out and shielding up. This guy doesn't seem to have a way to do anything to me if, ooh, lunge is perfect. Actually, is it? If I lunge into this, I actually can't dodge the 3. I only have 2 evade left. Okay, I'll just get out of the way. Now, second opinions is kind of a brick because basic dodge would have been nice to have. Oh well. You're just gonna chill there? Dodge, block, lunge? Maybe I could have killed there somehow. Or done a lot more damage if I had lunged and not focused so much on blocking. I had enough evade that I could have done some shooting. This is a long fight. I'm not really doing anything, huh? I mean, it's going okay. Opponent doesn't have any kind of inevitability going. I think I'll leave that on top. Okay, I think we finally trigger the second opinions. Only draws 2 cards, sadly. Oh! It even draws white cards? Basic cards? Each color. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I assumed it would mean these colors, but it includes basics. Good to know. So we want a draw shot. I want to lunge at some point to get out of this status effect. Although you'd have to move pretty far, right? It takes 4 moves to avoid this. Certainly we have that available. But I think I should just let this hit me once, right? Let's actually dodge left and then lunge right so that we can keep hitting. And apply a block shot to dodge the damage. Let's see what this status is all about. I'm on fire. I see. Well, it's heat. So if they can hit me with this 3 times, I'll take 1 damage. That's not a big deal, I think. We'll shoot him. And shoot him. And get out of town. Three damage is a kill, which I have. Okay. So, unharmed. Kind of did a lot more fiddling around and a lot less killing the enemy than I would have liked. Blocker burnout. No, seems terrible. Lunge is fine. It's nice. You don't want extra battery this early. I don't have any, like... I don't want to draw cards that don't do anything. So we get an artifact. Why do I get an artifact? Oh, because the question mark, I guess, was... Oh, this was like an elite fight. Maybe that's why it took so long? The question mark happened to be an elite? That can't happen... Well, I guess it can happen in Slay the Spire. There's a couple question marks that give you elites. So we can... Your Missile Bay gains armor. It's too complicated. Gain a refund when you spend 3 or more energy playing a card. Okay. Or increase your max shield by 2. These both look okay. This one is probably fine too, but I don't want to bother with that. This is probably the expert play, is take Armored Bay. Right now, Energy Refund does nothing. But, you know, 3+ cost cards I'm sure are pretty good, and this would make them very, very good if they only cost 2. But I think... I don't know. Shield Reserves is kind of like Barricade, right? Where, like, you only need it if you're regularly able to... Sometimes you can generate way too much block, and sometimes way too little. Having more shields stick around doesn't increase your total block, but it makes you more flexible about you can carry it over, right? And so far, we're generating plenty of shield anyway. I'm just going to take this. It does nothing right now, but we'll be on the lookout for 3-cost cards, and they should be great. They're going to launch an object. So that means they're going to place something in the mid-row. But we don't know what. That's an attack for 1. Okay, I'll just block and scramble. He's going to duel 3. Very, very expensive stuff. I think multi-shot's pretty sick, but might as well draw a shot first. And, yeah, let's lunge out of the way. Why not? I mean, I could just scooch over here. Block it pretty comfortably, right? I probably should have attacked instead of blocking. He's close enough to dead, but... Let's see... Do I have 3 damage? Yes. Move here, lunge to here, shoot, shoot. Okay, yeah, that last guy must have been an elite. The one we got earlier that gave us an artifact. That would explain why it took so long to grind through him. Endless Magazine. It is a rare. You got me on that. This is basically like, you get a shiv every turn, which is like Endless Blades. Endless Knives? It's Endless Blades, right? These are all sort of whatever. Oh. Drawing cards is sick. And I like evading. I don't... Yeah, this is probably worth it. I guess. I'm a little skeptical about it. What is that ship, indeed? It just seems like, I don't know, 1 damage per turn is a lot of work. You know, 2 energy for it. But I guess, like, if fights are long, it pays off a lot. Ship has many guns. Hey, you guys know there's a big bounty out for my ship? Thanks for letting me know. See ya. Very funny. Okay, so what? This takes double damage from all attacks. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to squeeze right into the middle here. It's hard to dodge both of these effectively. I might end up taking some damage. It's an elite fight, so fair enough. Draw shot. I could block, but I'm pretty sure it's right to get Endless Magazine into play and just take 1. Not a lot of block available, huh? Well, let's basic block. Lunge out of the way of some of this. Multi-shot and chip shot. Ooh, lined up perfectly for a lunge, but I didn't draw it. If I play Second Opinion, I have a good chance of hitting it. Problem is I do lunge right into the middle of 6 damage. There's no way I'm killing this in one turn. So, probably better to draw a shot, see what I get. Okay, there's the lunge. Still don't think I want it. But block shot, basic block, that's one line. Any second opinions? I mean, shield surge is a possibility. I think I'll just go for the kind of obvious thing. Take a little bit of damage here, but, you know, that's what elites are going to do to you. Okay, and you're lining up. No way I can do this much damage even with doubled damage. But multi-shot, chip shot, shield surge, and basic shot is pretty great. Okay, lunge for lethal here. Alright, took 2. Not bad, not bad. I think. Attack for 0. Every time you draw it, add 2. Interesting. So I guess it, on the very first draw, it's a 1. It's a 1 deal 2? Really? Oh, but it's exhaust. I see. So you have to save it up and use it once. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Ion converter. If you save any energy, if you don't use all your energy, get a shield. Okay, fine. Overcharger. Every 4th turn, add 1 damage to all attacks. Fine. Draw a card when you miss. No thanks. These both seem fine. I don't want to end with energy, but it would be nice to be able to just, like, if you don't draw a shield card, you can play this, and you can just pass, and you get, like, Orichalcum, kind of, right? But not really. It kind of means you start every turn with a basic block in hand, in addition to the ones you had. Kind of. Right? I think that's true. Because you can play as many other blocks as you want, and then, like, end with 1 energy. Yeah, so you can... This is like start every turn with a basic block in hand, I think. I think that's really good. Basic block isn't amazing, but free cards and the flexibility about how to spend your energy is really, really good. Right, one of the things you learned in Slay the Spire was, okay, you know, on a given turn, you want to do some attacking and some defending, and some of your energy has to go to blocking and some to attacking. Like, if the enemy's not attacking, you have 3 energy for attacks. If the enemy's attacking a lot, you have to spend 3 energy on blocking. If they're doing a mix, you can kind of afford, like, 2 energy for blocks and 1 for attacks, or something like that, right? And so you don't want a deck that's all attacks, because sometimes you need to spend energy on block. You want to always, on a given turn, respond to the amount of attacking the enemy is doing, spend the right amount on blocks, and then what's left over on attacks. And a card, an artifact that lets you spend an energy as block anytime makes it a lot easier to meet the challenge of the turn, I think. So here's the shop. Yeah, same old. Okay, yep. Here we go. I assume we want to remove a card. There's a lot of bad cards in the game. We want to see the good ones more often. The upgrade system is kind of cute because cards, you can actually choose 2 different ways to upgrade them, A and B. It's like Basic Shot is free, or it does more damage. You know, charge beam. I see. It's weaker, but it doesn't exhaust, and it costs 0. That would be a pretty cool upgrade. Still, I think we're removing. And basic shots, I think, are... Although they get played more than basic block and basic dodge, I'm much more happy to have block and dodge, because you can apply those pretty much whenever. Sometimes basic shots are just totally useless. Okay, so we wanted to go to this elite as well. Armored Bay. Your missile... I already skipped this one. There's only like 5 artifacts in the whole game. You had to give me one I skipped already? Fine. Well, I guess we'll find out what our missile bay is. Another elite, please. It's a pirate. This looks like the same guy we fought earlier? Yes, this takes 1 less damage from all attacks. Okay. We can just, like, try to avoid this guy and wait for charge beam to kill, basically. I'd really like to get Endless Magazine up, but I can't dodge this attack if I do, so I don't even think it's that important. I'm just going to scramble, get out of the way, and Shield Surge. I could pass and activate the Ion Converter instead. Let's do that. It'll be fun. Boom. Energy into shields. No sweat. Okay. Timing on this is a little awkward. I can't do anything. I went so far away. Let's draw, I guess. And then dodge and block again? You gotta come to me eventually, dude. I got a charge beam. I don't think lunge is getting us anywhere. I think it just makes things worse. So let's just block an Endless Magazine. We're gonna have to take 1 heat here. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked. Maybe I should have gone for the multi-shot to get more damage in. But I think we have inevitability on our side, right? Let's lunge over here. Don't really need any of that, I don't think. I mean, the heat is gonna probably get me eventually. I'm gonna take a little damage from that, but that's okay. Draw shot, dodge? Okay. I'll go for the shield surge, I guess. Second heat incoming. Lunging our way out of here makes sense, but let's chip shot first. Anything else we're doing? Nah, not really. I mean, it'd be cool to draw something relevant, but I'm just gonna get out of dodge and scramble so I can stay out of the way while I stall. Attack for 6. What's opponent at here? 5, 10. Oh, okay, you don't have to count. It shows you a tool too. So 6 would not quite be lethal, would it? Oh, actually, I think it would, right? Because 6 energy for this... Oh, they're at 10. I can get 2 more with 2 things for 1 energy each. And chip shot would be 1 more. That would be 9, but they would live through that. Okay, so we're pretty close to killing them, though. Next time Charge Beam goes off, we should win. So let's just make sure not to get hit here and get extra heat. Draw shot, I guess? Ah, multi-shot might be lethal, right? It should be. There are 8. We can do 6 and 2. Nice. Now or never. Evade 3, but you lose all your evade at the start of turn. Eh. Wow, these are all orange cards. Rigs, right? Rigs, yeah. Evade that draws, I love it. Move 3 in a random direction, I don't love. Overcharger, every 4th turn, do 1 extra damage that turn, yeah. Your shield lasts between combats. This is exactly the kind of artifact I hate. I don't necessarily think it's weak, but I think it's unfun, bad design. Like, I don't know. There are a lot of people who apparently seem to enjoy this kind of thing in Slay the Spire. I hate it. I don't want to have to, like... This gives you a bunch of tediously optimal stuff to do, right? Like, oh, I've won this fight, but... I should avoid killing the opponent to grind out extra shield. Or, you know, to... In my ideal roguelike, deck building roguelike like this, nothing good could ever happen to you during a combat. The best thing you could possibly do would be get out of the fight while taking 0 damage. That's my dream. And anytime you take damage, you're never getting it back. Maybe it would be okay if you could heal damage you were dealt in that combat. But even that I don't like very much. So this may or may not be good. I think I would not enjoy it. I will not take it. What is this? Enemy cockpits are weak. 1 extra damage from attacks. That seems okay. This seems okay. I think given that we have chip shot, making sure we have several attacks to play, I'll take the over. But I don't know. That applies to cockpit lock on too, right? Maybe, are we mobile enough to target the cockpit reliably? Maybe, maybe not. Let's go with the overcharger. I don't want to be standing in the middle of the ship shooting at their cockpits. I want to be on the edges, the periphery. Getting a weird emergency signal. Friendly ships under attack from themselves. Oh, I've seen this fight in someone else's game. Made a big old mistake. My missiles, yes. So this person, yeah, of course I'll help. This enemy has gained a status, yeah, so... This ship's missiles and drones will all launch backwards. So they're going to launch missiles aiming at themselves. And I need to stop them from dying. I think Endless Magazine is an obvious play. And options is better than basic dodge. By a lot. So... This one can't miss, but these two are already gonna miss. This is all I have to deal with, right? Oh my gosh, look at my hand. There's so many things. Is anything important to do here besides just like drawing and doing obvious stuff? I'd like to play Scramble. Do I want to draw to get these out of the way? Yes. So draw shot, Scramble. I'll save the chip shot, I guess. It's not so bad to draw a 0 energy attack for 1 in this specific combat. And I don't want to attack the enemy with it, obviously. Okay, these 3 are all sort of a problem. But that's fine, we have plenty of attacks. So, scooch over. Do I want to draw? Not so much, I think. So I want to play draw shot, options. Well, I want to play 2 chip shots, options, and then 2 other cards. I think I kind of want those cards to be like basic dodge and an attack. I guess I could get lucky and draw lunge. So we'll play the draw shot. No lunge. Okay. So scoot over, punch, scoot over, punch. Scramble might be better than options, actually. No, because I can options and basic dodge. That's strictly better. Okay, great. Yeah, I understand. So I guess we're just going to scoot over to the left. And I still think leaving Chip Shot in the deck is good. Charge Beam is whatever, I guess. Oh, everything does more damage because of my my overdrive turned on. Okay. Sadly, everything else in here sucks. So I guess we're just going to end the turn. Hey, that got me some shields. Okay, lunge is perfect. Scooch, chip shot, scramble, scooch, chip shot. Told you having those 0 costs in the deck was good. Okay, you've got it out of control. You're gonna escape. You ran out of missiles. Cool. Well, I'm lucky that this is not gonna kill you because I can't deal with all of it. Basically, this is the limit for me. Bonk. You're alive. You're welcome. A treat. Missile malware. For 1 turn, the enemy ship's missiles and drones will launch pointing the wrong way. Cute. Seeker Missile. It's a card that goes in your deck that launches a missile that does 2 and can't miss. Or offered a random artifact. I mean, this is very powerful in the right scenario, but I'm not that excited about it. I guess it also does 1 piercing. The Seeker Missiles are cute. It is a 1 power kind of deal too, I guess. But I'm all about loading up on artifacts, man. Every 3 times you play a Dizzy card, gain shield. Okay, we're gaining a lot of shield, apparently. Can I get anything? Just remove, like, another basic shot, I guess? Honestly, basic block might be even worse. Because I have this thing to give me blocks anyway. And didn't I just get... Oh, I see. It's an artifact over here. When I play Dizzy cards, I also gain shields. I think basic shot is useful enough. Basic block, let's get rid of that. Maybe an upgrade could have been right there. Rigs, any hostile ships? Nope. Oh, I bet there's going to be a big old block of crystal. Yeah, it's a big crystal. So I read from the Steam reviews also that the bosses you face at the end of each act are not random. They don't even change. It's just like you always face this in Act 1. One of the ways in which this game seems to get a little samey. What if I just lunged to the right by 4? And fired off a block shot? That seems like I'm fine then, right? Endless magazine shield surge. want to draw a shot? Eh. I think I'm fairly happy drawing most of this stuff next turn. So this turn I'll just chip shot, multi-shot, dodge, and shield with my excess energy. I was hoping to draw some lunges here, excuse me? Okay. Moving to the left seems good. Options gets me further left. Then I can shield surge, block shot, chip shot. Oh, don't forget, this is armored. I'm sure I will forget many times. So we're taking 3 here, which is not that big a deal. This is an easy play. I love options. And I think just like block shot, shield surge seems pretty cool. Kind of need to get out of the way of all this. Lunge is certainly a possibility. Second opinions? I don't know about that. So this is 5 incoming because of the armor. I have 3 shield. But Scramble saves 3 of it. Seems okay. Oh! You're aiming at my missile bay, you idiot. Chip shot, options, multi-shot. I think block shot I actually don't want to draw right now. Dude, you are in the wrong place. When is this? Man, it seems like it should have gone off again by now. It's fine. Multi-shot. Could just scramble. Oh, chip shot, of course. You're at what? 9. So charge beam isn't quite lethal, but it's kind of a nice play to make, right? Okay, I guess we got there. Easy boss, no damage. +2 max hull, +9 hull, so not necessarily enough to completely repair. Okay, good to know. Weaken hull. You attack a part and make it weak. Interesting. Well, don't we have that thing that rewards us for 3 cost cards? Yeah? This costs only 2. That seems really nice. Oh, or this. This costs 4? Wow, what an effect. Every time you move, attack for 1. Huh. Obviously, we can't play it right now. I assume we'll be given the option to pick up an energy relic. But I think this could go wrong. You don't always want to attack. I'm going to take Weaken Hull. Rewards you for being able to shoot accurately. Genesis. Gain 1 of 2 commons, 1 of 2... Oh, interesting. This gives you 3 common artifacts, your choice of 2 each time, and adds 3 junk cards to your deck that you have to find time to get rid of. We get rewarded for having expensive cards in this way, right? There's not that much downside to this. But you are skipping a boss artifact, I guess. Glass Cannon gives you energy every turn, but your cannons take extra damage. That's maybe okay? Oh yeah, this one's horrible. Draw 2 cards every turn. This is like Broken Crown, but worse. Well, I don't know. You draw 2 cards, but every card reward, you only get 1 card, and you have to take it. So it just adds random junk to your deck. I don't think that's worth 2 cards. Or I don't think 2 cards is worth that. This is okay, but I think we're going to take the Genesis. So I'm glad I didn't take the 4 cost, because I might not ever be able to play it. Premeditation. At the start of combat, gain a 0 cost. Move 2 for free. Retain. I like it. And it's flippable, so it's move 2 either way. It's not quite the same as gaining 2 evade, because you have to use it both at once, but that's fine. Whenever you have no cards, draw a card. This will never happen, so I'm obviously taking this. Recalibrator. Whenever you miss, draw. No thanks. When your discard pile is shuffled, gain evade. I love it. Gain 2 evade on turn 1. I love it. Ugh, this is so complicated. An enemy part is made brittle, but it doesn't tell you which part until you hit it. I'll take the evade, thanks. This seems especially bad for enemies like the one we just fought that have a million parts. You just might like never hit anything. Whereas 2 evade on turn 1? Absolutely, sign me up. Yeah, okay. So that's the end of Act 1. On to Act 2. How am I for time? How long did that take, anyway? 45 minutes. Well, I guess I'll just make a 2-hour video. Like a big idiot, rather than split it up. No, I don't know. I'll split it up. Take that. That's the end of episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.